Hi guys, welcome back to Helltaker the Second Circle. Last time was the most vanilla date I've ever witnessed in this game. Judgment? I'm gonna say it again, you just went up my Helltaker waifu list. At the end, got my attention. And if you guys don't know, just watch the video and you'll see what I mean. Skip to the end if you want. But now, I've decided that I will go after Queen Lucy's third date, and Bill's will be next time's. So, Lucy, let's go. With the other girls attended to, you head upstairs to once more inform Lucifer of your progress. Your Highness! I have no words right now. All I can say is, damn! After knocking on her door, you enter her room to find her dressed to the heels in what appears to be a party dress, admiring herself in the mirror. Ah, Taker, I was hoping you'd finish up in time. Why is that? Got a fun-filled evening planned, Lucy? We both do. We're going to a business meeting, of a sensitive nature, I might add. I've taken the liberty of procuring us a reservation at the Palatile. The Palatile? But that's the fanciest restaurant in the area. Wait lists can stretch for months in advance. How did you manage getting us a reservation on such short notice? Lucifer grins a Volpane grin. I swear to God, I can't take my eyes off of her right now. That dress. Sheesh! Being Queen of Hell has some advantages, even here in the mortal world. One mustn't underestimate the lack of scruples within high society. ... Just kidding. I had Pandamonica arrange it. She can be quite convincing when she wants to be. Okay, it's like that. I also took the liberty of procuring you a suit. You should find it on your bed. I expect you to look your best tonight. We are dressing to impress. You do as you are bid, and change into the starchy tuxedo you find in your room. Making your way downstairs, you find Lucifer in hushed conversation. Justice, you're in charge. Until I get back. The awesome demon looks like she's about to say something, but changes her mind at the last moment. You saw me, didn't you? Smiling, she grips Lucifer's shoulder with one gloved hand. She nods, first at Lucy, then up the stairs at you. Good luck, my friend. I hope tonight bodes well for the two of you. Your drive to the Palatile is uneventful, and your occasional attempts at small talk are not reciprocated by Lucy, as you wonder what on earth could cause the Queen of Hell to want to impress someone. Arriving at your destination, you toss the keys to a waiting valet before opening Lucy's door, helping her out onto the sidewalk. Maybe it's just a light, but she looks enchanting in her glittering dress. Enchanting might be an understatement, but I don't know any other terms that could describe Lucy's look right now. Anyways, clasping hands, the two of you enter the restaurant. The impeccably dressed waiter inclines his head respectfully as you approach his desk. Welcome to the Palatile. I trust Sir and Madame have a reservation? Yes, let's see. I-14-12-15, I believe it was. The waiter makes a show of flipping through a little leather-bound scheduling book. Eventually, he stops and peers down his horn-rimmed spectacles at the page entry. Ah, yes. One table for a Lucifer, Queen. Yes, Queen. It's... Yes, that's us. Ah, but madame, there appears to be only 2 of you here. Shall we wait for the third party before accompanying you to your table? Third party? You turn to Lucifer, but her gaze is locked upon the waiter. Her answer is cool and holds none of the foreboding now gently bearing at the back of your mind. No, our other member has never been one for punctuality. She'll join us when she arrives. Until then... Sorry, I kinda choked at, Lucy's, smile. Until then, I'd like to enjoy a drink with my companion. The waiter's eye twitches in carefully restrained irritation, but he smiles benignly, picks up 2 menus, and beckons you forwards. This way, if you please. The 2 of you follow the waiter into the ostentatious depths of the palatine. The dining area is ornate. Marble pillars hold up a painted ceiling. Soft music played by a live band creates a pleasantly soothing background ambiance. The table you are shown to is tucked away from prying eyes and carved from the same hard stone as the rest of the decor. The 2 of you take your seats, and Lucy makes a wine selection before the waiter bows and leaves the 2 of you alone. Free for the moment of prying ears, you ask Lucy the obvious question. So, who's this third party you've invited along? I thought we were putting pleasure before business on this date. Oh, we are. Trust me, our guest never arrives on time. As to her identity, I thought it would be best to extend an invitation to our opposition. See if we can't resolve this whole dispute peacefully. You invited the leader of the deposed lords to... Oh, Satanus is coming. Have dinner with us? What else? Hold on, let me take a sip of water first. I get a romantic evening dinner with my taker, and I get a chance to resolve a burgeoning conflict before it gets any worse. 2 birds with 1 stone, I say. Why bring me along for the meeting, though? I thought you didn't like me snooping into your affairs of office. Ah, now that is a stroke of brilliance on my part, if I do say so myself. See, whatever happens here, there are going to be people in the house who won't, take my word as the gospel truth, shall we say. I assume you know of whom I refer. Mouth dry, you nod your assent. Whatever shall transpire over the course of our meeting, I expect you to faithfully and accurately relate to the rest of the girls, to the letter. Am I understood? So why even bring me along as opposed to, say, a tape recorder? Because I enjoy your company. Well, okay, that was a bit forward of you, my queen. Besides, just because we have business to attend to in the near future, it doesn't mean we can't enjoy ourselves in the now. Tell me, how are the girls doing? I've been so caught up in my work, I haven't had any free time for them. Strada's doing remarkably well, especially in the light of Belphegor bringing her home down. Oh man, I will never forget that. That Belphegor's personalities. Yes, she's been camping in Cerberus' room, though I can't say I'm a fan of that development. Afraid she'll get Cerberus hooked on smoking? Quite the opposite. The thought of Cerberus' enthusiasm rubbing off on Strada presents a far more serious threat than anything the Fallen Lords might think of. Why, just imagining it gives me chills. Under the table, Lucy gently nudges you with her leg, and you decide to play along. We're gonna play along like that, huh? 3 of Cerberus is bad enough. Adding in a 4th that likes experimenting with recreational drugs? Now, that's a recipe for the end of the world right there. I say let a girl dream. Didn't you ever have a wish? Something you wanted to be when you grow up? A blush creeps into your cheeks as unwanted memories come flooding into your mind. This really isn't the time. Wait, is it something that's not being a harem king of demon girls plus an angel? Why not here? Why not now? Alright, I'll tell you, but you can't laugh. Alright, I promise not to laugh at your silly dreams. I wanted to be an astronaut as a child. Did the average kid, Helltaker? Dear me, don't tell me you humans are still interested in that barren expanse of nothing. What on earth could have attached you to such a career? My grandmother used to read me stories of faith, little excerpts from the Bible teaching moral lessons well suited for the minds of children. Lucifer rolls her eyes at this, but remains silent. In many of these stories, God speaks to a human from heaven, and at the age that I was, I always assumed heaven was above, in the sky. I wanted to go there, to see the majesty of the heavens all on my own. Well, it seems you ended up traveling in rather the wrong direction for that. Ah, the irony, everyone. And yet, I'd say I still found something worth looking for, if you'll pardon the romanticism. Oh no, do go on. It's been ages since someone's adored me. Traveling to hell to find myself a harem will most likely be the de facto experience of my life. A prediction given all the more relevance, considering I expect my lifespan to be shortened dramatically by my living with demons, plus an angel. But despite all that, I don't regret a single choice. Knowing you has brought more vibrance into my life than I could have found if I lived to be 100. This pleases me. Tell me more. You always know what you want, and you always plan ahead to keep yourself and others happy. You may not always be forthcoming with sensitive topics, but I've never once suspected malice to be the reason behind it. I love the way you curl your hair around your horns, and I love how you polish your crown each night before you go to sleep. Wait a minute, we're suddenly getting into, personal territory, Taker. I love how you care about the other girls, even if they can't always see it. Your confidence and tenacity befits a queen, and I know that if I or any of the others were ever in trouble, you do all that you could to help us. We're just straight up showing our simping power now. Why, Tigger, I'm touched. I haven't had praise that I haven't had praise that genuine in over 600 years. You could have said, another number. I'm just saying, Lucy. I think you deserve a reward. The truth. The truth? Yes. You may ask of me one question, and one question only. I will do my best to see it answered truthfully. ... Ooh, what are you keeping from Cerberus? Is escape from the abyss possible? No, actually, this has been probably canonically in this game on the biggest question. So, what are you keeping from Cerberus, Lucy? What are you keeping from Cerberus? She was only a fledgling demon at the time. One of the 4, Satanus, I believe, snatched her out of the aether before she was fully formed. They kept her around as a sort of pet, and she imprinted upon them like most demons do upon vices and sins. When we cast them down, Cerberus' mental state was broken. She relapsed into an empty slate, incapable of independent thought or movement. Hard to believe. She's so energetic now. Lucifer turns away, a flush staining her cheeks as red as the wine in her glass. Well, we couldn't well leave her like that. She had no purpose, so I decided to give her one. With the four lords cast out, we needed someone to guard against their return. We stuffed her full of the remnants of the power justice that I tore from before. You tried to give her a purpose by force. It was that, or leave her in a vegetative state. I didn't know. I couldn't have. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Anger flares in your chest. Two birds with one stone, right? You didn't see her. Removing the only family she had ever known stripped something irreplaceable away from her. But I realized now the error of my ways. I shouldn't have tried to force something into the new vacancy. So, what we just learned is that Cerberus was, I guess in essence, created by Satanus? Wow. You understand you can't tell her about this, right? Whatever happens, she must keep seeking out her own happiness. If she learns about her past, she'll give up the search for self-actualization. And I will have to come to terms with what I've created. Alright, I promise. For now at least. Lucifer takes her hand in hers, squeezing them firmly. It's good to know I have your confidence. You know full well you have more than that. Oh my, Taker. So forward. Out of roundabouts already, have you? We haven't had dinner yet. Can you two, tone it down just a bit? Oh, okay. Just when I said to tone it down a bit. Holy shit! Lucifer gently tugs on your fingers, pulling you towards her. The candlelight flickers in her eyes, reflecting something strange you haven't seen there before. Happiness? Regret? Doesn't this look, feel like these two, expressions? Might as well enjoy ourselves here while we can. Wouldn't you agree? You nod, and she smiles. Leaning forward, she tilts her head, her lips set on an unmistakable target. Your own. We can definitely see that, ladies and gentlemen. You close your eyes, leaning into the approaching kiss. Unless a certain exiled demon cucks us right about now. Lucifer's free hand cups the back of your head, softly guiding your lips towards hers. You feel her hot breath on your mouth and part your lips to meet hers. You're gonna make me barf, Lucifer. Well, what did I say? What the fuck did I just say? How about you put your newest boy toy down and greet your nemesis like a proper lady? Lucifer's mouth is perhaps a quarter of an inch from your own when she turns towards the newcomer. And here you are at last. The interrupter is a woman, and unmistakably demonic in origin. If the shock of white hair that seems to explode from her skull isn't enough of a giveaway, her crimson eyes and curved ivory horns complete the picture. Unlike the other demons you've encountered so far, this demon's fashion sense appears to have been sourced from a local mosh pit. She stands half a head taller than most demons, a feature only enhanced by tattered combat boots laced up her calves. Her outfit is a disjointed mess of fishnets and leather. A slim guitar is hung over one of her shoulders, and from the dents covering the surface you can tell it's been well used. Ah, Satanus, I see you're merely fashionably late, as opposed to insulting me. I wasn't expecting you to arrive so promptly. Psh, unlike you, I'm single-minded in my obsessions. Grunting, the demon slings her guitar over the back of the chair before taking her seat. Oh god, it's about to go down. Leaning back in the chair, she places her tattered combat boots up on the ivory tablecloth, the gesture one of contempt and disregard. Very ritzy, this place. It ill suits a pretender such as you. I do hope it's not indicative of what you've done to my castle in hell. Undeterred by the open hostility demonstrated by the new demon, Lucifer maintains her polite tone of voice. You look positively famished, practically wasting away. Can I order you something to eat? No, thank you. Vipers like you deliver their venom through feasts as easily as they do through fangs. Quit dodging the topic at hand, Lucifer. We're here to strike a deal, nothing more. Lucifer smiles a lipless smile and gestures the attendant waiter to find someone else to bother. To business then. Despite the somewhat esoteric nature of the ultimatum your henchwoman delivered my servant here, I believe I have what it is you seek. Oh, you have you? Lucifer inclines her head. I've reached excuse me. I've reached my decision. If it is all you desire, I'm prepared to make an exchange. You agreed to let my subjects go unmolested on this plane, and in exchange, I will forfeit my life to... What the fuck? What? Lucy, no! You can't do this! My queen! Under the table, Lucifer squeezes your thigh reassuringly. However, she does not break eye contact with the demon sitting across the table. That's what you're here for, isn't it? Satanus, the wrathful. You want revenge for me deposing you all those years ago, don't you? Oh, trust me, I'd love to rip that pretty little head right off your shoulders. But your pride betrays you once more, Lucifer. I don't want your life. I want to take back what is mine. Lucifer's brow raised a function of an inch. Wait, function? I mean to say, Lucifer's brows raised a fraction of an inch before furrowing again. Satanus' proclamation has evidently caught her off guard. Picking up her glass of wine, she idly sips it while pondering the reprobate demon across the table. Have your years in exile out on your mind, Satanus? I'm offering you my head and the throne along with it. I doubt anyone in my household has a mind to challenge your claim. Satanus laughs, a husky, spiteful chuckle that makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. You really don't get it, do you? Oh, what am I thinking? Of course you don't. You're always so big picture, you never learn to notice the little things. Satanus gestures towards you with a small black-nailed hand. Take this human, for example. You've gone so long without acknowledging your mutual feelings, the tension is practically boiling off you. I don't. That's irrelevant. Get to the point already, Satanus, before I lose my patience completely. Alright then. I want something back that was at the time freely given. And while I know it's in such bad taste to take back a gift, I find myself rather unable to live without it. Satanus stands up as she leans across the table, embers dribbling from her mouth as she delivers her demands. Holy shit! I hope she's not actually spitting fire out of her mouth right now. I want my horn back, usurper. Nothing more. Her horn? What horn? Lucy? Lucifer's mouth twists, setting into a firm, lipless line. Wait a second. Abaddon, you're right there, spying. I can see you. Why, dear Satanus, I haven't the slightest idea where that thing is. Last time I saw it, you've broken it off yourself in a last-ditch effort to hurt me. Satanus throws back her head and roars with laughter. A tongue of flame shoots out from between her teeth, illuminating the alcove with a sickly orange glare. Ha! And then I succeeded that little venture. But don't play dumb, usurper. We both know exactly where I left my horn, and how I get it back. And there she goes, breaking her wine glass. The stem of the wine glass shatters, crushed into powder by Lucifer's grip. The bowl, still half filled with red liquid, falls to the ground, shattering across the polished wooden floor of the restaurant. Almost at once, an attendant trots out from the wings of the kitchen, mop and rag poised to clean up the mess. However, at a scathing look from both women sitting at the table, the attendant wisely beats a hasty retreat back outside. Yeah, that's a wise decision, sir. When it finally comes, Lucifer's reply is as cold and unyielding as iron. I was prepared to offer you my own life, if it meant those close to me could live in peace. But it appears that you once again wish to exact a toll upon me that is too costly to pay, and I will never, never forgive you for the things you've done. You will take the same life, twice, and ask me to do it with my own hands? And all for what? A chance at a return of your shattered power? You know as well as I do what happens to a demon if their horns are damaged. You're a ticking time bomb, and you know it. There's nothing you can do to stop the inevitable. Wait, Satanus only has one good horn, and one of her horns is broken. And because that one horn is broken, she's gonna blow? Like, actually blow up? Satanus smirks, her filed teeth glittering into the candlelight. Well, it's a good thing that you exiled the underworld's layman along with me then, isn't it? Satanus snaps her fingers, the sound echoing off the marble columns that pepper the inside of the pallet tile. Once more a waiter appears, only this time it isn't the short, well-dressed man who showed you to your table. Okay, Abby, you actually are here. The new waiter is dressed in a baggy, ill-fitting outfit, almost a parody of the trim tuxedos worn by the rest of the staff, and familiar eyes peer out at you from an exhausted, worn face. Abby, you shouldn't be here. Things could get mess. With one hand, Abby reaches up to her head, grasps her hair, and pulls. Oh God! Wait, when did you have a snake? The short wig is removed, freeing a cascade of milky white hair to drift across her face. Without the hat on, two white horns are visible poking through her hair. You're a deep... You're only realizing this now, man! Lucifer narrows her eyes at Abby, and her scowl deepens. Abaddon. When the other girls mentioned an omnipresent job-hopping slob, I had my suspicions. but I never imagined you'd be roped into working for her. You were always the most independent of the four. I always respected that about you. Tell me, how does it feel to sell out to this short-sighted berserker? Can't complain. Well, I would, but creative thought positively exhausts me. Abaddon here is surprisingly good at mortal jobs. She's been the one keeping us fed and clothed this whole time. And that's not all she's picked up. Oh, yeah. I assisted a mortal physician for a time. Long enough to pick up a thing or two about surgery. I'm pretty sure it's possible to reattach her horn, long as I'm careful with it. Uh-oh. Be that as it may, my answer remains the same. I showed you mercy once before. Rest assured, I will not be making the same mistake again. Very well. If you will not give it willingly, you leave me, us, with no choice. Satanus extends one clawed hand to point a damning finger at Lucifer. O Queen, O Liege, there shall be no peace between us. There is nowhere you can run, and nowhere you can hide to escape the unchecked wrath of Satanus. Nothing short of heart's blood shall sway me from my unholy cause. Consider this the end to our first and last negotiation. Oh, fuck! Reaching up behind her, Satanus swings her guitar over her head and onto the table at meteoric speeds. Well, if we didn't get the attention of everyone at the restaurant now, welp! A flash of light and a deafening crack sends you reeling, and even behind your trademark sunglasses, you feel your retina smolder. When you regain your vision, you see the stone table has been riven in two by the force of the blow. Satanus and Abaddon are gone, disappeared during the light show. Looks like time's done nothing to soften her temper, nor her fondness for melodrama. She always had a flair for the overdramatic. Looks like we'll have to put off dinner for now. I'm sure the rest of the girls will want to hear about this. And I can think of at least one I need to have a serious talk with. Welp, so much for love and peace between my group of demon girls and that group of demon girls. Huh. Well, aside from that face-off, I can honestly say that the other highlight of this date was, well, what can I say? Queen Lucy herself. Sheesh! So, it looks like this proves that the fourth dates are gonna be, well, Lucy and the gang versus Satanus and her gang. And I'm caught in the middle of it. Can't wait to see how that goes. But for now, this was Lucy's third date. Man, having to see the current Demon Queen and the former Demon Queen negotiate unsuccessfully though, really was a butt clenching. But sadly, we're gonna have to resort to violence in the fourth dates. But regardless, if you guys enjoyed Lucy, that's it. If you guys enjoyed Lucy on this third date, just hit that like button and consider subscribing if you want to see more content from me. Oh no, by the way, just ignore this thank you credits thing, because we still need to do Beelzebub's third date. Anyways, with that said, I'll see you around soon.